guys, I'm Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Got a good one for you today. We're going to be working on my virtual pinball machine. Almost 2 years ago, I picked up this virtual pinball machine and I love it. I think the thing is awesome. I had purchased it. I planned on putting a new computer in it and really tricking it out. But you know what? I'm very happy with the way it is and I just don't even have time to mess with it. So I left it alone and I really have enjoyed it, but there was only one thing that bothered me a little bit about this pinball machine, and that was the coin door. The coin door that came with it was not like the traditional style coin door, and I always kind of wanted to change it. So I ordered a new coin door from the company X Arcade. You'll actually be shocked at the quality because this thing looks commercial grade. And we're gonna try and install it today on the pinball machine. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a good one. So, it's a little backstory, a little history on this thing. This is a virtual pinball machine. I got this almost 2 years ago now. I picked it up from a seller in Rhode Island. I took a drive up there and picked it up. This machine has a 32-inch monitor for the back glass. It has a 16-inch monitor that does the dot matrix display, and it has a 42-inch TV screen that does the play field. So this table came with 881 tables pre-installed. It has a pretty cool front end that you can cycle through the games, or the pinball tables I should say. The only modification I ever did to this thing is I installed an underlighting kit, and basically this just responds to noise. So as you're playing the game and the ball is bouncing off of things, the light will change. That's the only mod I've done to this thing. I never ended up taking the computer out. All the classics were pretty much already installed. And this computer, even though it's kind of got low specs, it does all the tables pretty damn good. And I've only found a handful of games that has some sort of slowdown or lag when the action speeds up. To me, this was a good option. I always wanted to get into virtual pinball. Ideally, I would have loved to build my own pinball machine from scratch. I just didn't have the time to do it. And I figured, hey, you know what? Everything's there, everything's done, and if I wanted to, I could always upgrade the computer. So even though I'm very pleased with the pinball machine, there is one thing that kind of has bothered me a little bit since I got it, and that's the coin door. I never was a fan of this coin door that came with it. I want to change this out. I'd like to put a more traditional looking coin door on this. So that's my goal for today. We're gonna open up the X Arcade coin door. We're gonna take a look at that. We'll do a quick unboxing, and then we'll see if we can get it in here. So stand by. So here's the package from X Arcade that I got. Let's see what we got here. So we got some keys, some wire, got the coin max. Let's just take a look here. Pretty cool. It comes with an AC adapter, 5-volt DC. Okay. All right, let's plug it in and see if it works. Ho-ho! Let me shut some lights off here. That's pretty cool, guys. I've been meaning to do this project for probably a year now. This has been sitting in the box for a year. So we said the new coin door is powered with 5-volt DC. Come to find out that this is powered with 12-volt DC, which is what I kind of expected. Even though this is 12 volts, all these buttons that are individually lit up, These are all 5 volt. I'm gonna have to splice off of one of these buttons and run a wire over to power the new coin door, and we'll just dead end that 12 volt. The other problem that I have, let's see if I can shine a light in here. The other problem is you could see there's this box right in here. This catches your quarters. Well, with this coin door, not a big deal. The coin mechanism only comes down so far, but the new one comes down much further. So it would be hitting the bottom of this box. So I'm gonna have to pull this out. You got 2 screws that kind of hold this thing in place, this box. And the same on the other side, there's another bracket that hold it in. So it should just be 4 screws and I can take this whole box out of here. I did measure the dimensions, it's standard size. So it will fit in here. And you can see what holds it in. It's just these little brackets that you tighten up, and they kind of just clamp it. They kind of just clamp the metal frame of the coin door to the wood of the cabinet. So these are easy to take apart. Just unscrew them, and this whole thing should come out. There it is, guys. So, old one's out. Here's the quarter box. Next step, I'm gonna try and disconnect one of the 5 volt power leads going to this guy, and I'm gonna tap off of that and run a new 5 volt line right along this harness right here. You could see the original power coming in. This used to go directly to the button up there. So you could see that I made like a daisy chain, all right? So from the power coming in, we split it. I got power going back up to that button so it'll light up, and also coming out this wire down to here. And this is gonna be our 5 volts for lighting up the new coin door light. First, I gotta cut off the old power supply, and we will trim back the insulation so we can get to the wires we need. I think this is plenty. So we'll cut this. All right, let's trim this back a little bit here. All right, so we got our red and our black. Oh, I like it below. So that fit in there pretty good. I'm happy with that. And you can see, if I can show you how the clamps get in there. This is the micro switch for the coin acceptor. So when you drop a coin through, common and normally open will make. All right, that'll complete the circuit and insert a credit. Because you have 2 coin acceptors, they're just gonna be wired in parallel, and you know, it's just more for looks, you know, but putting a quarter in either one will just insert a credit. So we gotta have a ground going to this, and then coming to the lights, we're gonna have another ground, so that the grounds could get tied together, or the commons, and then the 5 volts from over here. Well, here it is. I got it all wired up. Let's open this and I'll show you guys what we did here. Tried to keep it as clean as I can. I strapped it there and zip tied everything up. Nice. I got the commons, daisy chained from here to here, and up to the common on the lights. Comes over here to insulated quick disconnects, which comes from the main harness, which I brought in. The green wire is the coin acceptor. So that comes in, quick disconnects, and then that's a daisy chain over to here. So either one of these coin acceptors basically does the same thing. Doesn't matter which one you put a quarter in. The power coming in that we grabbed from before, the red wire, bringing it in with quick disconnects and going up to the other side of the LEDs. Pretty much good to go. So I'm gonna power this on for the first time. And let's see what we got. So I got all the lights off here in the garage, and I'm gonna hit the switch and we'll see what happens. So fingers crossed. Oh, look at that. Really, really cool. I'm pumped about that. That's just, you know, traditional style coin door right there. What I grew up with, what I'm always used to. Oh, I think it looks so cool. So we just have to make sure that it works with the quarters. As long as it works, then we should be all set. So let me let this guy boot up for a second, and then we'll hop into a game. All right, let's give it a shot. We'll put a couple credits in. Try both sides, and we are golden.
Judgment Day.
Fast moving table.
I'll be back.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Until the next one. Take it easy, guys.